And then behind the art museum, Srila Prabhupada told us the story of how Krishna took the form of Jagannath. He said, Krishna was walking through the halls in his palace in Dwarka one day, and he heard Rohini and Rukmini talking. And Rukmini said to Rohini, I heard Krishna sleeping last night. She said the name Radha, Radha, Radha. Who is Radha? And Rohini said, oh, Radha is very special. And Radha-Krishna relationship is very special. Let me tell you the story of Radha-Krishna's relationship. And as soon as she started to tell the story, Krishna started to listen. And as Krishna listened, he became stunned. And he took the form of Jagannath with the big eyes and the big smile, and Prabhupada's big smile. And he's stunned. So a little bit later, Subhadra came by, and she saw Krishna stunned in the hall, and she started to listen, and she became stunned. And she took the form of Subhadra, as we see in the deities. And Baladev the same way. And then Prabhupada gave this story that was I've always remembered this story, because there's another story, but this was a story that Prabhupada told us at Rath Yatra. And then I remember while Prabhupada was here, what he said on the Vyasasana. One time he said, don't use this philosophy like a knife. He said, this philosophy is very strong, and you can use it like a knife. You can cut. You can cut with this. He said, do not use this philosophy like a knife. Another time Prabhupada said, jumping, 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 just like a monkey, over the head of your spiritual master. You'll all become monkeys in Vrindavan for deviating from the order of the spiritual master. And that Prabhupada said. I was listening to the class, and it was right in the middle of the class, and Prabhupada was speaking a sentence, and I realized by the way he was forming the sentence that he was going to say something incorrectly, grammatically incorrect. And my mind said, just see, he's going to say something grammatically incorrect, and he's a perfect master. And then Prabhupada stopped. He didn't say the sentence. He looked right down at me, even though there's 300 people in a room. Looked right down at me. He looked back up. He said the whole sentence perfectly, and then he looked down at me and went like this. And I just melted into the floor, and I thought, that couldn't have just happened like I thought it happened. I can't believe, I hope he really didn't know what I was thinking. And I just prayed that Prabhupada really didn't know what I was thinking. But it was amazing, Then I thought, wow, Prabhupada is the perfect master. He really knows. So then he came to the doll studio, and he went through the doll studio, and he saw all the dolls, and he saw the changing body. And then he saw the changing body, and he said, from boyhood to youth to old age, the body changes, but the soul remains the same. He said, this is not a Hindu problem. It's not a Muslim problem or a Christian problem. This is a universal problem. So this Krishna consciousness movement will stop that. Will stop this death business. He said, so this is a non-sectarian, not a religion. This is how to stop this birth, death, disease, old age problem. And Prabhupada told us certain things. He went and we showed him his murti that Lochan Prabhu had made. And then the head moved, and Prabhupada, he liked very much. And then Prabhupada said, I will always be with you, and I will sit on the Vyasasana, and I'll always be there in my form on the Vyasasana. I will never leave. Now that you've done this, I will never leave. I will always be there. So Prabhupada told us, this form is him, and he will be there.